Hey gym members, this is Marcia. Welcome to another strength, core, and stretch class, an hour for you. If you have weights, that'll be wonderful. You don't really need them. Mat would be awesome. Make sure you have a towel and water and something to help you with stretching, whether that is the towel or a band. We are going to start, as usual, in my classes on the floor. I would like you to warm up your core a little bit. So let's come on our back, and I hope everybody's doing well and are enjoying our J-Connect. So on our back, knees to our chest. Every time you bring your knees to your chest, you're going to give me an exhale, tuck your tailbone under, and make sure that you round that low back. We want to just create a little bit of spinal movement, a little bit of space, about 3 times. And then we release, keep the knees together, kind of rock on your hips from side to side. A little massaging of that low back on the floor. Circling the knees. A couple of times, 3 times in each direction. This all should feel nice. Open up the feet to the edges of the mat, hands stay down. We are windshield wiping our knees from side to side. Keeping our opposite shoulder on the floor. Again, just a little bit of hip movement, low back stretch. And then we release, tabletop position with the feet. Arms can be on or off the floor. Inhale, knees closer to the chest. Exhale, bring the knees over the hips. Maybe a little bit in front. Connect the spine towards the floor. Navel to spine, spine to floor. Do it 2 more times, just at your own pace. And for clarification, because you see me on hardwood floor with socks on, they are the non-slip socks with the little stickies on the bottom that I use for bar classes. So just be careful with what you wear. You can be bare feet or, of course, sneakers. Alrighty, knees to chest. And we release, put the feet on the floor. You might want to watch this move first. We are going to keep our left leg off the floor, left arm overhead, right knee is bent and up. We are going to push our hand into our thigh into our hand. Lots and lots of force. You're going to feel those abs engaging, lifting up the shoulders will intensify everything a little bit more. Breathing through it. Hold a little more. Put your head down. Keep the pressure. And release. All right, next move. Left foot is down. That right leg stays up. Now we're going to come up in a full sit-up. Right here, nice and high. And then we're going to crunch that elbow towards my left thigh. Not a twist yet. Right here, let's do it. Right leg stays, left arm overhead, come up into a sit-up, nice and high, and a crunch. And we go back. We do that 2 more times. Up, and crunch, and come all the way back. Exhale on your up, crunch, and down. 1 more. We're going to intensify. Same move, lift the left leg. If you can, hop. When you come into that sit-up, that's your challenge. Here we go. Hop, lift the chest. Up, and release. Make sure when you come down, 2 more times at your own pace. Make sure when you come down, you roll that spine down, starting from the tailbone. We have 1 more. Up, crunch, up, and release. Last one, staying up. And we're going to twist, hop, 2. Left elbow on the outside of that right thigh. You can put your left foot down, totally fine. 2 more, hop, and down, feet down, lift the chest, rolling down. All right, good work. Knees are up, feet close to the glutes, to the hips. We're going to reverse the curl. Working our low ab. You can press the palms into the floor every time you lift your hips, or you can lift your arms up making sure that we keep the movement kind of small. Every time you lift your tailbone, that is your exhale, that is your effort. I want that navel going down to the spine. Don't push it out towards the ceiling. 4 more. Here we go. 2 more. Remember, exhale on the effort. Last one, and release. Good. Open up the feet to the edges of the mat. Let your knees come to the center. We're going to go into the other side. So that means our right leg is long, our left leg is lifted, right arm long first, left hand to left thigh. Push, push. Thigh against hand, hand against thigh. How much heat can you develop? Hopefully a lot. Lift the shoulders. Same thing. Just keep pressing. Keep pressing. Keep that low back into the floor. We're going to come down again. Keep the pressure. Keep the pressure. Feel what that does to your abs. And release. We're going to come into a full sit-up. Right leg, for now, stays down on the floor. Let's just coming up and crunch, lift, roll down. Again. How long can you make that spine into that full sit-up? Hopefully nice and tall, rounding, lift. If you want, you can lift up that right foot. Yes, we are balancing. Yes, we are using our core. We do 4 total. Oh, up. I'm not going to talk because that makes it harder. Own pace. Here we go. Hop. 1 more. The last one, we're going to stay up. Hop. Crunch. And we're going to twist and twist. Right foot can be down. 4 more. Stay with it. 4 and 3. Exhale. Grab the back of the thighs. Put the feet down. Bring the hands onto the shins. And then lift your chest up to the ceiling. Little stretch in that back. Rolling back. Going back to the reverse crunch. But now our legs are up to the ceiling. Nice and long. Here we go. Lifting the tailbone a little bit, and you know that you need to keep the swing out of your legs. All right. Core should be warmed up. Let's see if we can lift our arms, our hands off the floor. Makes it a lot harder. Really isolating the low abs. Maybe 4 more. Every time you lift, that's an exhale. Every exhale, navel back to spine. Last one. Knees to chest. Alrighty, we're going to work the obliques a little bit. On the obliques, you can do 2 things, which is keeping your shoulders pretty much down on the floor and lifting your head. I would love to see your shoulder blades come up. We're going to do 2 slow, 4 fast. Here we go. We're going slow. We're going slow. And 4. Fast. 2 and 1. Here we go. Slow. Elbow on the outside of the thigh. Slow. Lift your chest. And 4. 2. 1. Slow hold. Come on, come on. Really big twist. Here we go again. And twist. We go 4. Final one. Here we go. Hop. Hold. Twist. With a hold. Give me 4. We're going to speed it up. Go at your own pace. Here we go. Keep twisting. 8. 4. Down. And hold. Good. Core warmed up, at least the front. Let's go into the back. First, come up on all 4s. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to go for a couple cat-cows on the inhale, lifting the chin, and on the exhale, squeezing the glutes, starting the rounding from that low back. Don't underestimate the power and the stability of working that low back. All right, hands a little bit out in front of you, push the hips back. All we're doing is giving ourselves a nice stretch through our lats into our low back. Coming down on our belly. Alrighty. Hands are in Superman, so a little bit of a diagonal. Your feet, open them up a little bit. That makes it easier for the low back. Arms overhead Superman. As we lift our chest, bend the elbows 90 degrees. Bring the elbows behind you. Release into 90. Come into Superman. Do it again. Lift. Now, as though your shoulder blades are coming down to your hips. So it's up, squeeze, release, coming down. So feel the elbows coming towards your hips, not behind your back. We do it again. Up and squeeze, release. We have 2 more as you come up. Keep the feet on the floor. Keep the gaze towards the mat. And always squeeze your glutes. Up, release, and hold. Good. Just kind of move the hips from side to side. We're going to come up into that 90-degree angle, holding, and you're going to give me 8 pulses with the elbows towards the hips. Here we go. Coming up the same way. Lift, bend, we go 8, 7, and 6. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Neck stays long. 4, and 3. Come on, 2 more. Make this your best one. Hands right next to the shoulders. Good. Elbows to the back. Lift the chest. Keep the hips down on the floor. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And release. Stack the hands under the forehead. Working the low back, working the glutes. We're lifting up the feet, opening up the toes, tapping the heels together. Here we go. So your legs are not lifted very high. I would love for the knees to stay straight. You have no choice but to squeeze the glutes here, which is exactly what we want. Here we go. How much turnout do you have? Different for everybody. Work with what you have. We are not done yet. We have a few more seconds. Rest your forehead on your hands. Here we go. Last 8. Give me 4, 2, 1. Put your feet down. Bring your hands next to the shoulders again. Come into that little baby cobra, or you can come up, or you can come into a full lift. Thighs on or off the floor. Bring your knees down, open them, keep the feet together. Push back into child's pose. Let's stretch that back just for a couple of breaths. On the inhale, you lengthen your spine. On the exhale, you push your hips to the back, bringing your chest hopefully a little bit closer to the floor. And then gently come up on all fours. Right, hands on the thighs to lift, come up to a standing. If you have weights, this is the time to grab them. Just 1 medium to heavy. If you need water, this is the time to do it. Alrighty. So we are going to hold 1 weight or a bottle of water or nothing at all. That is completely fine. I'm coming into a sumo squat, which means my feet open up a little bit wider than my hips. My toes are slightly more turned out. Looking at me from the side, you're going to push your hips back. Keep your chest lifted. Right here. As you come up, squeeze your glutes, pressing through the heels. Do 2 at your own pace, just to settle in. Feel that navel lifting. And up. Give me 1 more. I'd like you to hold it at the bottom here. Push your shoulders down, bring your navel in, and we come up. Here we go. With count, we're going to hold it at the bottom. Chest is lifted. Coming down and hold, press up. Coming down. We hold, pressing up. Good. Look at your knees. Are they in the direction of your toes? Following that line and press. Bring it up. Here we go. Down and hold. Hold. Power up through the heels. That's where that up comes from. 2 more. I lost my count. Down. Hold. And lift. Down. Down. And lift. Shaking out the hands. All right. The feet, the legs, whatever. 2 weights for this one. Actually, keep 1 weight. Holding on to the ends. All right, regular squat, which means feet slightly wider than hip width, toes slightly turned out. So I look at you from the side as though you are getting ready to sit down on a chair. Lift up, use the back of the legs, the glutes, the heels. Good. We're going to come down. As we bring up, right leg lifts, balance, twist, come front, twist, front, right leg only, down, lift with a hold, twist. Now you're rotating from the trunk, which means your weight stays in front of the chest. Depending on how much rotation you have in that upper body, that's where your weights will end up, in front of your chest. We go down. Lift. Now really lift yourself up out of that floor, up towards the ceiling. Here we go again. Down. Lift. Keep that chest up. Engage the shoulder blades. Press them down. We just warmed them up. 2 more. Here we go. Down. Lift, hold. 2 twists. Keep breathing. Last one. Down. And lift. With a twist. And down. And twist. And release. Going straight in the other side. Down. Lift the left leg. Good. Settle into the move. One leg is going to be a little friendlier than the other, right? We are never completely symmetrical. Here we go. We have 8 total. Now, as you come up out of that squat, I want you to feel as though that upper body from the waist up moves a little bit forward towards that lifted left leg, so that your shoulders and your hips stay aligned. You are not leaning or falling back. Right? You always want to stabilize yourself through that core. If I bring my shoulders back behind my hips, I have 1 more. I lose control of that core. I press that belly out to the front. We release, shake it out. Good work. Now, 2 weights. Two options here. If you do not have weights, all I want you to do is, as you come into your effort, fists, and really squeeze. And then as you let go, release the hands. Hop, without weights. Heavy to medium. We are going to bring our left leg forward. Our right leg comes back. I'm in a split step. I'm hinging from the hip. Here we go. Hop. And 2. Belly tight. Elbows to the back, as though they're grazing my rib cage. 2 more, and 2. Now, keep those elbows lifted. right here. Lean a little bit forward. Lift that right leg. Lift it up. And 2. Working the glutes, working the hamstring. Push the heel to the back. And 2. And put it down. We lift. And 2. 2 more. Combine arm, combine leg. Here we go. We lift. Release the leg either to the floor or keep the toe away from the floor. We go again. And hop. Belly is tight. Shoulders in front of the hips. And together. Left leg should be on fire. Your supporting leg. 2. Last one. Release. We switch. Hop. Right leg front. Left leg back. And 2. We go for 8 for that first set. Hop. Give your legs a little bit of a break. 2. Keep that belly tight. And 4. We go for a lift. And up. Lift. Together for 4. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. 2. And 4. Left leg down. Hop. Work the lats. Scapula is active. Last 4. You can either lift or you can touch the left toe. Release. Feet hip distance. Upright row. Elbows, if I look at you from the side, right? Just slightly in front. My shoulder blades pressing down to the hips and to the spine. 2 more. Hop. Release. Left leg with a lift. Here we go. I'm mirroring you. Give me 4 and 3. Good. 2. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold. Balance. Toes and knee to front. And release. Hop. And 2. Grow out of that standing leg, probably your left. If you're mirroring me. 2 more. Feel the outside of the leg, the abductor. Hop. And hold. Balance it out. Keep that right elbow lifted. And down. Back to upright. And 2. Watch the change. We're coming into an extension. Coming up. Extend. Hop. Now the palms of my hands face the back. My shoulders, my elbows are well below my shoulders. Lift. Up. 2 more. Up. Out. Release. Down. Last one. And release. Good. I need to towel off. You can grab water, towel off, whatever you need to do. All right, shake out those hands. We're coming back into the leg lifts. Still 2 weights. Here we go. Too heavy to medium, coming into biceps. So, come onto your left leg. Your right leg is going to come first into a lift with that knee bending. As you come into the bicep curl, I want you to keep those forearms and the wrists right in line with your elbow, right? So the upper arms are pretty much immobile. Last one, hold it in a 90 degree, lift the leg and the weights. Up. And 4. Good. 4 more. Up. Remember that upper body slightly leaning towards that lifted leg. And up. Bring it down. Open. And again, total control in the core. As those arms open up, I will have a tendency to push those hips to the front. Squeeze the navel to the spine and hold it. Keep the elbows away from the waist, but under the shoulders. Give me 2 and 1. Hammer curls. Left leg lift. Bring it up. So the thumbs are up to the ceiling. Give me 4 more. Up. You should start feeling those biceps. Right about now. Up. And we go. 90 to a little bit of a lift. So it's the top half. The top part of the biceps are working. Check your forearms. They should be parallel to the floor. Lift that left leg. 2 more. Up and up. Release. Put the weights down. Alrighty. Grab a little drink. Coming into a little less weight. So I'm going down in weight. I'm picking up just 1, holding it on the outside of the weight. Can be a water bottle, no weights, whatever feels good for you. Alrighty, we're going to come into a plie squat. We talked about it, I think, last time, where you are opening up, and as you come down, I would like to see the hips, instead of sticking back, tucking under the shoulders. Your toes in the direction, knees in the direction of your toes, nice and open. Here we go. Keep that weight in front of your chest. We're just warming up the hips again. Give me 2. And last one. Up. Now 2 squat plies. Up. Lift up your right heel. Turn to the left. Come into a lunge. Up. Left knee over. 2 sets of everything. 2 plie squats. Turn to the right. Lift up your left heel. Right, that left. 2 plie squats. Keep your chest lifted. Now turn. Your left heel is your power. Your right toes is my balance. Up. Coming up. Again, down. Open up the knees in the direction of your toes. Use your inner thighs. All the while, I am lifting my chest, keeping the weight in front. Right here, under the chin. We turn. As you turn, my back knee is leading to the floor. Your upper body should be straight. I like to have the picture of the carousel horse, right? A pole right through the spine to keep it up. Here we go. Last set. 1 in each direction. Keep the chest up. Here we go again for the squat. And lift. And turn. Bring it up and release. Good. 2 weights. We're going to come into the same principle as far as that plie squat. We are going to press those weights into our thighs. Open up. Good. So, as I come into the plie squat, and then out of it, I press the weights into the thighs. Here we go. And we go. 3. And 2. Press, press. Think about those sit-ups we did, right? Hand to thigh, thigh to hand. Hold it here and bounce it. And 4. Right leg, heel lifts. We go up. 2. Little pulses. 4. 3. Right heel down, left heel up. Chest lifts, and 4, 3, 2, stay down. Relax the inner thighs and then press them back. Good. You should feel the upper part of that glute into that low back working. 4, 3, and 2. Both heels up. See if you can balance. Hold it, hold it. Breathe. Heels down. Lift. Put the weights down. Grab one heavy. Alrighty. Shake out the legs. If your quads are burning, you can give yourself a quick little stretch. Make sure the thighs and the knees close up. Just press the hip to the front. Hip flexor and quads. Stretching. All right, one weight. I'm mirroring you, all right? So what I want you to do is lift up that right heel. Lift, turn, we're gonna come into a wood chop, touch the outside of that right hip, come up through the center, lift it to the left. Here we go. A lift up right in front of you. Twist, turn that right knee into the center by lifting up the right heel. Otherwise, with that twist, we are torquing the knee, and we do not want to go there. When you lift your weight, keep it a little bit in front of your body. When I lift up my eyeballs to the ceiling, without lifting my chin, here we go. We should see the weight. Up, hold, bring it in front, right here, below the chin, soften the knees, lifting the elbows, pressing to the center. So it's chest. Now, even though I'm squeezing my elbows to the front, shortening the chest, right? I do not want to round that upper back. So I am still active through the shoulder blades. I am still squeezing them towards the spine and down towards the hips. Good. Give me 4 more. And 3. If you don't have weights, just palms together. And 2. Hold it here. A lift. And up. Feel the outside of your arms. Keeping the elbows in line with my shoulder. I am not lifting that high, right? I want to feel my delts. I want to feel my triceps. I am not getting into the shoulders that much yet. They will assist. They will stabilize, which is what we want. We don't want to overburden them yet. And 4. Here we go. Lift and press. Now, as you bring the elbows to the center, see if the palms can squeeze a little bit harder into the weights. Here we go. 4 and 3. Give me 2 more. Feel the arms, feel the chest. Keep the elbows in. We lift and up. It's a small move. We don't need much here to make it work. And if the back of your neck, your levator muscles are starting to act up, press your chin gently back towards the throat. That relaxes those muscles. 4 and 3. 2. Wood chopper coming up. Release. We are working that left leg. So again, heel is up. You want to bring that knee into the direction of the toes. Here we go. We touch and lift. It's a little bit harder on this side, right? As far as lifting those arms overhead, that is okay. We just work them. Up. Here we go. Down. And lift. Again, bring that knee to the center and press it up. Remember that exhale. You bring it overhead. That is your effort. That's your exhale. Here we go. 2 more coming up. Up. And lift. And last one. Up and hold. Bring it overhead. Release. shake it out, stretch it. So, wrist to wrist, bringing that arm across, keeping the shoulder back. So I'm working that left tri and left delt. Here we go, into the other side. Keeping the arm that's stretching straight through the elbow, keeping the shoulder back. Excellent. Hands on the thighs, soften the knees, bring your chin towards your chest. Now roll that right ear to the right shoulder. Keep looking forward. You should feel the outside, left side of the neck stretching. Gently roll through the center. That's just an in-between stretch. We're going to continue. Don't worry. We release. Roll the shoulders back. Roll them front. Medium weights. A little less than we had before. All right, everyone. Medium weights. 2, please. So we are going to get into a little bit of circling with the legs. Any circle is going to mess with your core. Better be tight. So your left leg is very soft. My right leg is out to the side. Be careful. I do not want that leg to come behind you, right? Low back protection. Keep it out a little bit in front. Pretend you have a wall behind you. Alrighty, we're going to come up into a little bit of a bicep hold. Our leg is up, and we're going to circle. And 4, out of the corner of your eye. Do you see your leg moving? Back and back. 2, small circles. And front, we go 6. Nice and tall. Give me 4, 3, 2. Circle back. Here we go. Hop. Keep the left knee soft. And 4, 3. Coming down to 4. Give me 4, 3. And back. 4, 3. Hop. Put that left leg behind you. I am coming in a wide split stance. My hands are behind me. All I'm going to do with my palms up is see if I can touch those weights behind my back. If you do not have weights, just bring the hands in towards the center as much as you can, right? Working behind my back, which means what? Tendency to arch. Navel to spine, even more so. Here we go. 4. Chin tucking in. 2 and 1. And release. Coming into the other side. Here we go. Left leg working. So as you come into this, I'm already starting to pull up on that right side. We go for 8. Find your balance. 4, 3. In front with that leg. We go back. 2. Fingers relaxed on the weights. 2. Circle forward. 6. Legs are tired. And 2. And back. Give me 6. And 4. 2. Now 4. Check that core. Is it tight? And back. Coming back. And 2, 3, 4. Right leg back. Here we go. Last little bit for the triceps. As you lean forward, I want you to come do this move from the hip, right? So my shoulders come forward. We touch. 2. Here we go. 10. 8. Come on, keep the elbows nice and tight. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and we release and we put the weights down. All right, towel off if you have to. Light weights. All right, we're getting into the shoulders. We are going to do lots of repetitions. Light weights, you'll feel it. Don't worry, I'm only using 3. I'll feel it. And don't forget, we've worked that upper body quite a bit already. Use your knees, keep your head above your heart, Now, do not let those elbows come to the side. All I'm doing is I'm dropping one hand, going towards my bicep. Hop and lift. And lift. Keep the elbows up. And as you drop that hand, you have to use the triceps a little bit to keep the elbows pretty much in line with my shoulders. Here we go. I told you were going to feel it. You will. Don't worry. We're going to have a nice stretch at the end. I hope I can go for my 15-minute goal. If not, it will be very close to that. Here we go. We go 4. Keep your core tight. And 2. And 1. And we come back. Palms are up. I am reaching, turning my palms down, turning them up, coming back. Reach up, turn, push back. Now as I'm reaching, I will have a tendency to do what? Hop, right? Because, oh, it feels so good until tomorrow. So, I am pressing, hop, my shoulder blades back, down towards my hips, back towards my spine. Oh yeah, here we go. If you feel your balance is starting to become a little more difficult, which means you're letting go of your core, you can open up the platform a little bit, right? What I like, if I need more balance, I come into my split step. This really stabilizes me. Here we go. And back. Come out. Turn. Out. Turn. Ooh, feel the arms. 2 more. Burn, baby, burn. Hop. 2 and release. Good. Shake it out. Roll the shoulders back. Roll them to the front. Alrighty. 90 degree. Again. Shoulders in line with my elbows. I am dropping, lifting, dropping. If you want, come into the other side for your split step. Hop, and I told you not to go too heavy on the weights, right? You know by now why that was. And up. Our arms were already fatigued. If you would just do these arm movements, it'll be a lot less intense, but hey, this is strength. We want to keep our strength up even when we're at home. That is okay. We need to keep strong and we need to stay mentally alert, happy, and healthy. Last one up. We bring it overhead, up. Again, a little bit in front of that body. Here we go. Press. As I press, core is tight. I don't want to see anybody leaning back here. Give me 4. And 3. Here we go. 2. Palms to the center. 1 arm up. Other arm up. Together for 2. And lift. Right arm. Press. Left arm. Press both for 2 and up. Do it again. Right and left. Give me 2. We have 1 more of this, and then we're going to finish it off with just presses. We bring it up. Split step maybe. Here we go. 10. Give me 5. 2, 1. Now we release. All right, good work. We're going to come back on the floor, everyone. We are going to do just a little bit more core work. We're going to go for a nice long stretch. Before we do that, I want you to stretch your arms a little bit. So how about we come on all fours You're going to lift the right arm up in line with your shoulder. Push the hips back, and then bring that right arm under the left. Keep the hips up. Right side of my face is on the floor. If your left arm can come and travel across to the other side of the mat, great. If not, don't worry about it. Here we go. Pressing up. Right arm up and release. Going into the left. Extend the left arm from the shoulder. Rotate through the trunk without pressing that left arm behind you. I am mirroring you. Just to the other side. Good. Nice little stretch, catching our breath. Right arm can come across if that is comfortable. And then we gently come up, extending that left arm, bringing it back. If you want to stretch your forearms out here, bring your fingertips to the back. Right? If we do a lot of typing, sit behind the computer, whatever it is, these arms need stretching. All right, come back on your back. We are going to come into a side plank. I want you to keep your forearm down. Come onto your left, okay? So left elbow is under my shoulder, my forearm in line with that shoulder. Legs are extended. Now, I am going to crunch up. I'm going to show you the first level, all right? Here we go, up and release, little crunch. So I want to see a little C shape in the right oblique if you can. Hop, both legs. Now I want to see those legs stay together. They are glued together. Hop, lift. Keep that left shoulder away from your ear. Don't make earrings out of those shoulders. Here we go. Give me 2. Last one. And we really come into a full plank. Hands under the shoulders. Let's hold this first. Again, my platform, right? If I open up my feet, it makes it a little bit easier. If I close them up, you guessed it, tougher. Now bring the inside of the elbows and the biceps a little bit to the front. You will feel the back engaging. As we come into our mountain climber, I want you to see how high you can lift that knee, right? The higher you can lift towards the tricep, towards the elbow, the better it is for your abs. Here we go. Up. Keep going. You're going to give me 8 total. Lift up that stomach. Bring it up from the floor. When you are done, come on all fours. Press the hips back. Reach the arms forward. Your elbows can be soft. Give your lats a little break. Then we're going to come onto our right elbow for those leg lifts, plural or singular. Here we go. Okay. Shoulder away, strong in that forearm, lift. We're going to do 10 total. Legs and feet together. It is easier here if you take off your sneakers, all right? They will add weight. So that's not the reason why I don't have shoes. I just like to be without shoes. Here we go. I have 2 more, I think. Just go to 10. Here we go. Last one. Lift, release, coming back. Now, all fours. Don't know if I've done this in this class yet, but especially now, good without shoes. Our bear plank, right? Toes under. All I'm doing is I'm lifting my knees. All I'm doing, I'm saying, it's quite a bit. You are feeling it in the quads. You're going to feel it in the belly. You're going to have to lift up that navel away from the floor. Everything should be shaking by now. Put it down. Release. All right, we have 2 more. The other 2, you can either stay or we are going to touch the opposite hand to the shoulder. Alrighty, let's go. We're going to do 10 total. Lift, 10. Use your feet to balance, right? No rocking through the shoulders. 4 more, 4. And 3, breathe, 2. And 1, release, good. Relax. Last 2, we are going to come back into the bear plank. We're going to lift 1 foot off the floor and then the other. And then we're done. We're going to come onto our back and we're going to do some nice stretching. So stay with it, all right? Your last little bit. All right, settle in, curl under, lift up, right foot. Breathe into the chest. Right foot down, left up. My legs are tired, they are shaking. Hopefully you can feel it too. Lift and hold. 2. Foot down, knees down. Good, open up the knees, keep the feet together. If your hips can touch your heels, wonderful. All right, now the first child's pose is going to be an active one. You're going to be on your fingertips, so spider fingers, and you're going to keep your forehead away from the floor. Our heart rate has not, stay where you are, our heart rate has not yet come down, so I want to keep a little bit more active, and then we will go down. All right, now release. Turn on some music. I hope. Let's see, that is not what I wanted. Come into a full child's pose, please. Here we go. So that means, there we go. All right, hands flat on the floor, forehead down. Now my elbows can be soft. It depends how comfortable you are through the shoulders. Good. On the next inhale, see if you can walk your hands a little bit away to the front. On the exhale, see if your chest can come down a little bit farther to the floor. And then your hands come just behind, right next to you. Palms are up. So you're relaxing the shoulders. Just a full relaxation, more so through that back. Your hands are going to grab the ankles or the back of the feet, and then press your hips back. Pull them back by getting the hands a little tighter around the foot or around the ankle. So you have the power to shift back. And then we release. Excellent. Hands are going to walk out over to the right. My left hand can either stay next to my right hand or it can come on top of my right hand. So we want to create length from our left shoulder to our right hip. Hopefully your breath comes in and out through the nose by now. Then release the hands, bring them overhead. If you need a towel between your hands, go for it. If you can clasp them, lengthen the elbows, bring the hands towards the front. You're stretching the shoulders. Take a couple breaths, right? When things get tough, we have a tendency to hold our breath. Just breathe through it. And we release. Let's come into the other side. So our arms are coming over to the left. Right hand can stack, or you can just keep them right next to each other. And then our hands come back to the front. We gently come up onto our side. Come on your left side. You should be facing the front. Right, our legs are stacked. Now grab your right ankle. I want you to keep the thighs and the knees on top of one another. Don't worry about that right heel. What I want you to worry about is pressing that right hip to the front. So you should feel the hip flexor and the upper quad stretching nicely. And then we come on our back. Right foot on top of the left knee. Now first, settle in by pulling up your right toes towards your shin. And then with your right hand, gently just press that right inner thigh a little bit to the front. And then you can bring your hands behind the left thigh, bringing both knees towards our chest. Our right elbow can gently push the right inner thigh to the front. We feel our hips opening up, releasing that stress. Good. Put the left foot down and cross the right leg over the left. Both knees coming to the left. Keep the right shoulder into the floor. With every exhale, see if you can come a little closer to the floor with your legs, kind of melting that body into the floor. Good. Next, stretches for the low back. Only do this when you are warm. The right leg stays. I am grabbing my left foot with my right hand. And then I am settling my shoulders back into the floor. My left hand, if you want, you can press gently onto that right thigh towards the floor. Be gentle, be kind, don't be impatient here, but this stretch should feel nice. Release, good. Coming onto our right side, we are into the quad stretch. So we're bending that left knee. You can come all the way down, whatever is comfortable for you here. Right? Left hip, press it towards the front. Come on your back, bring that right foot on the floor, left knee on top. First, with our left hand, keep going. Gently press into that left inner thigh. Toes are pulled up, then go behind that right thigh. Knees towards the chest. So just realize that our hip pockets, just like our shoulders, hold on to a lot of stress. Sometimes you don't realize how tight they get until you do these stretches. That's why we do them. All right, right foot down, left knee crosses over. First, just come into that little twist. And if you want more, only if this is comfortable, grab with the left hand, the right foot, settle down. And if this is enough for you, this is where you stay. If you want a little more, right, your right hand can press the left thigh towards the floor. And then we release. shins with your hands. Press your knees towards your chest. This feels good in the lower back. If you want a little bit more, you can bring your knees towards your nose, nose towards your knees. Good. Left foot down. If you want your band or a towel here, go for it. We are going to bend our knee on the inhale. On the exhale, flexing the foot and extending that hamstring. As you extend your hamstring, tuck that tailbone slightly under, still make contact with the floor. If it is easier for you here to lengthen that left leg, whatever feels good. Now point your toe. Feel that quad, the front of our leg, is a little more active, less into that hamstring. And then with our left hand, you can either grab that right toe or the outside of the right calf. We're going to come across, stretching the IT band, which runs from the outside of our right hip to the outside of our right knee. Usually tight. Stretch kindly, frequently. Keep the breath coming. It's coming into the chest, right? We're into that awkward pretzel twist. So it's a little more shallow. Coming through the center, opening up for inner thigh. Look at your left leg. Is it pretty much in line with your left hip? My left hip stays on the floor. I am flexing the right foot as much as I can to get a little more activity into that inner thigh. And then we gently release. Good. Right foot down, left side. So however you get into it is fine. Bend leg or not, but I want you to flex that left foot, and I want you to tuck the tailbone under, connecting all the way down through that tailbone with the floor. And then we just breathe. We just breathe into the back of our legs. Alrighty, if you want, you can lengthen, you can point. And then with our right hand, left leg crosses over. Connect that left shoulder into the floor. So the IT band is a rope-like muscle. It is a little tough to stretch, but we can do it. We're here. Might as well, right? And then we come through the center. Realigning that right leg, stretching the inner thigh. We release. Good. Come on one side or the other. Doesn't matter. You're gently going to push yourself up off the floor. We're almost there. Legs are long in front of you. And I want you to kind of push your hips back. So what that does is it shortens the front, it opens up the back from the top of the hamstring to the sit bone. Good. Our left arm stays in the floor. On the inhale, bring up your right arm, get length, and then on the exhale, we are going to come over to the left, pushing our right hip into the floor. So this is not going to stretch laterally. You're going to have to stay down and just really reach. For some of you, that elbow, the left elbow is going to come on the floor. For some, not. It's okay. You will feel it. We come through the center. We're going to go straight into the other side. Here we go. Lift on the inhale. Exhale. Just really peel that left shoulder away from that left hip. No tension in the shoulders. Keep that breath coming. And then we come up. Good. Bend your knees. Keep your feet on the floor. Hold on to the top of your shins. And then roll back, round that back. That feels good. Come up high on the sit bones. Put pressure, palms to shin. Lift the chest. Let's do that one more time, and then we are done. Here we go. Release the tension in your hands. Round the back. Tension in the hands. Lift up the chest. Lengthen the spine. And we are actually done. We are finished. Wonderful. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to keep these virtual classes going, so keep checking the website. If you have questions, you know where to go. All right, stay healthy and stay safe.